I've been back on Swansea streets now for 12 weeks, and it's a very different world from when I was here over a year ago. It's one of the coldest ever winters. Most homeless people had found temporary shelter indoors, and only the most hardened rough sleepers remain outside. 15 months ago, I met Andy. He was one of Swansea's long-term homeless.
If you're strong-minded, then you can do it. If you're not strong-minded, then the only thing you're going to do is end up in a box.
This February, we caught up with him again at one of the charities that help the homeless. Nothing much seemed to have changed.
I woke up this morning and I was drenched. He seen me this morning. When he seen me, I was soaking. It was absolutely freezing.
This is Zach's place, set up over 20 years ago by a group of bikers known as God Squad. Open 2 nights a week, Zach's attracts up to 20 homeless people each night. Andy and his mate Darren have been given some extra kit.
Sleeping bag. Be nice and warm tonight then.
They are planning to sleep rough, right under the nose of the city's authorities.
We're down by the beach tonight, by the council office, nice and quiet down there, see, so.
Right, so it's nice and fleecy. Okay. Socks?
They'll be needing anything extra they can get.
It is cold, like, it is cold.
At least now we've got extra blankets.
With my sleeping bag and his sleeping bag, and the 2 extra thick quilts, we should be alright tonight. We should be warmer than we were last night.
Andy grew up never knowing either of his parents.
My mother had me at 18, and basically like, she couldn't cope with me because she was an alcoholic. So she put me in care. I went in at 4 weeks old.
His 17 years in care shocked me and went a little way to explain what has happened to him since.
It was no walk in the park, like. I got abused by a woman when I was a baby, and then I got abused by a bloke when I was 8. And physical abuse as well. At the end of the day, I mean, I didn't want to end up like the way I am at the moment. It's not by choice, it's just happened. It's just one of them things.
Beside the beach is Swansea's civic centre. For rough sleepers, it's a popular spot because there's a vent blowing out warm air, and it's away from the violence of the streets.
This is one of the safest places you could sleep in Swansea. You don't get no disturbances, you don't get people coming along and laying the boot in and all that stuff. Or you certainly don't get people coming along and urinating all over you.
Which is what happened to Andy the night before.
You have the security guards then, banging the window in the morning, about 7, 7:30, waking you up. Can you leave, please? And as long as you make sure you clean your mess up, and off we go.
I later make an extraordinary discovery about Andy. He met his father for the first time in his teens. And now, 30 years later, they are both homeless, living on Swansea streets.
I'm here to worship you.
Known as Cookie, at 72, Andy's dad is the oldest person I'd met living on the streets.
Be happy and be friendly. I love everybody. Why not? Happiness in the heart and the soul. And die happy.
Father and son continue to live separate lives, but they do have one thing in common. They both served in the army. Like others, they never imagined they'd end up with nowhere to go.
On the streets now? No, serious.
Martin worked in Swansea's pubs and restaurants. He's been unemployed for a while. Now, he's fallen out with his girlfriend and has nowhere else to go.
Relationships break up and stuff, and then you just end up where you had everything, and then you just lose it all. Everything's just gone.
For the last 6 weeks, he's been sleeping wherever he can. Sometimes he slept here, under the remains of a derelict building.
I thought I'd try it. No, I just had this, it goes down. I found this, it used to keep me dry now and again, but if it rained it used to soak inside. So my clothes are still here. Well, I used to just climb down. It would never have a full night's sleep because you're getting cramped because it's so cramped in here. I used to get some candles just because it gets so dark. There's one still left there. I was always scared as well, but in case these boulders ever come down as well. Could be killed, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. What's happened? What's happened to my life?
But tonight, he has a safer place to stay. In winter, the churches in Swansea provide emergency shelter, and Martin is one of the lucky ones.
Hello. All right.
Yeah. Martin Thomas.
Martin, nice to meet you. I'm Nigel.
He's with another of Swansea's homeless.
Nice to meet you, Paul. Come in.
I never nice to walk up.
Oh, I'd love one.
Each night, a different church opens its doors. Over the winter, they'll provide almost 200 nights accommodation for Swansea's homeless.
Lord Jesus, I just thank you that we can spend time together in the warm and safe tonight, Lord. And I just pray that you just bless Martin and Paul as they spend time with us. Amen. Amen. Okay. Fabulous.
The church shelters have been running for the last 2 winters and have attracted over 100 volunteers.
I think anybody would like it, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
We got so many volunteers for this, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like, we're literally
Normally there's more
fighting to be volunteers.
Yeah, than homeless people.
Yeah.
It was good to see the homeless getting extra help, but I realise everyone got something out of it. They needed the homeless almost as much as the homeless needed them.
Okay, good night, guys.
Good night.
Sleep well. See you in the morning.
Good night.
Okay, good night. You okay?
Yeah, thank you. Good night. Good night.
The vast majority of homeless escape the winter by sleeping on friends' sofas, floors and spare rooms. For the last 3 years, Paul has been relying on friends, moving from one to another.
I had a flat of my own in Master Street at one time. I lost that flat. Ended up moving in with a friend of mine then. A number of friends since then have taken care of me, I've stayed with. But more recently I found myself, I don't know, walking on eggshells a bit in certain places and realising that I've got to do something about it, like, you know. This is why I find myself in the position I'm in at the moment, but luckily I've seen the right people now and things are being done, like, to get me sorted out.
Paul's divorced and has no family to call on. Once he worked as a club bouncer. Now he's registered homeless.
Oh, hi, yes, Rebecca calling.
He's turned to the Swansea Access Point charity for help. Martin is also looking for somewhere to live, and the two have become friends. Ian, the support worker, is helping them find a place.
Because Martin and myself, we've got, like, know each other and get to know
share the house together.
Share.
Maybe, yeah. If he's got 2 places available, it shouldn't be a problem, no?
And like, we get on well now, so it's...
Okay, no problem. If that's what you want to do, yeah, I'll do it. But I'd like him to be quick because he's told me there's nothing available for next week. But I'll ring tomorrow, something might come up. So if that's what he's want to do, yeah, no problem.
Thank you, yeah.
No problem, mate.
It could be a long wait. At least for tonight, they're staying at the church shelter. But Andy and his dad, Cookie, have nowhere else to go but the streets. And for once, they are together. Well, almost.
Even though he's the way he is, a bit mad, he's a handful. He is a handful. If you love me like I love you, your love is all me.
Like his dad, Andy's an alcoholic. It enables him to blank out the harsh realities of surviving on the street. But it's a risky business.
But you were aware this is an alcohol exclusion area, yeah? I'm aware.
Tonight, the police believe they are likely to commit an alcohol-related crime.
Same old crap, differently. I'm directing you to leave the area for 12 hours, yeah? You need to leave straight away. How many hours? 12 hours.
I've got to go. Move on.
They all disperse in different directions.
You're beyond a joke. All you can do is just pick on people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I can't handle this life no more.
Living on the street can be traumatic and highly stressful. I wasn't surprised to discover that almost half the homeless suffer from mental health problems. It's 7:30 a.m. at another of the church shelters where Paul and Martin spent the night.
Well, someone snores his head off so loud, and they're waking up in 20 to 7.
Looking forward to having a place where we can have a lie-in first thing in the morning. Yeah.
Okay, see you guys. Have a good time.
You're welcome.
They'll be dropped off in the city centre, and for the next 11 hours they have nowhere to go. I'd noticed that the constant walking around in the cold was taking its toll.
Just lots of pain. Lots of pain.
You struggling a bit?
Yeah, struggling a bit there. Back pain and leg and old age, I think, catching up with me. And my injuries over the years. God.
More than ever, Paul needs the flat they've been promised, so they check in with the Access Point charity.
Booked in to see Alan tomorrow. He'll meet at the property at 12 o'clock, all right? You go and have a view, and then he'll do all the housing benefit forms and things if it's what you want, all right? What you need to do is view it and then accept it if that's what you want, and then you can arrange with him about the keys, all right? We've got some duvets we've had given and stuff like that, so at least you'll be warm on your first night, and then we'll put in for a community care grant, okay? And that, because you've both been homeless, especially you, Paul, for a while, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
12 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you very much. Yes. Thanks all. Appreciate it so much.
We'll sign it tomorrow anyway.
But the next day the viewing is cancelled. The flat is being renovated and isn't finished. A week later, another viewing is cancelled. This time someone lost the key.
You must have a spare key. You can't just have the one key, innit? I don't believe us.
Oh, all right, mate.
I realised Paul was far more desperate to get settled than I'd previously thought. Some of the other homeless I've met lead such chaotic lives they can't get organised enough to seek help.
Fed up being called a tramp, down and out bum.
And still out in the cold is 32-year-old Scott. He's meeting Andy's dad, Cookie, who's already bagged the best spot by the warm air vent.
Sleeping in the snow, sleeping in the rain, sleeping with deranged bloody cocky.
I'm the kind of man who's always on the road.
Oh my God.
That's my old man.
Get ready for a lot of rambling and a lot of rubbish. Hey, Cook, giving you my blanket, want a mush? Oh, come on, man. Sort it out, milk, please. It's all right. It's the only blanket I can get. Pink. They're going to think I'm queer. It's not my fault. My blanket's a bit sorry. It's a bit you know what I mean. It's not my fault. Oh, it's not. Oh my God, I can't sleep in this mush.
Scott, like Cookie, has been rejected by his family. He's been on a downward spiral. homeless for nearly 7 years and has nowhere left to go.
I don't live next to Cuggy. What else have I got? So the only other choice I got is get arrested and go to jail. Oh, mine a lovely house, missus, job. I'd be happy. I'd give us up straight away. I ain't get my son back. I'd give us up straight away for a home.
Scott's desperate situation reminded me of another homeless guy we'd filmed 15 months ago. Stevie's family had also given up on him because of his addiction to drugs and alcohol.
I miss my relatives. My father's dead and my mother doesn't talk to me, so Christmas is just a drunken blur, basically. Basically.
I'll never forget being with him when he faced the prospect of Christmas sleeping on the streets.
I mean, think about doing some crime just to go back to jail, like. I mean, because at least I got a bed then.
15 months ago, his life had hit rock bottom.
Stevie!
Hi, Stevie!
And this is him now. For all that time, he's been away on rehab, and now he's clean. He's been in Nottingham on a residential rehab programme. Surprisingly, it was established by an American evangelical church. Now he's returned to tell his story.
It'll be alright, I'm a bit nervous, as always, but it should be alright. Hello. My name's Stephen, I'm from Morriston, and if you knew me going back last year, I am changed. I got teeth for a start. My life has been pretty erratic up to now, I can tell you that. All of a sudden I fell into drugs, and then I started proceeding using heroin, jail, back out, jail, back out. And that was my lot, and I didn't know I could change. I mean, I didn't even want to change at that moment in time. So it was one I come out of jail, and after ripping my boiler out of my flat to get money for thing and that, they wouldn't give me another flat, so I ended up homeless. And that's when I decided to give my life to Jesus. And he's the only true friend I got, like. And that's the truth, Amen.
Stevie is lucky. Out of all those who attempt rehab for alcohol or drugs, less than 20% succeed.
I nearly left the programme every single day. First it says you can't smoke, you've got to go to chapel twice a day, you've got to sit in a room for 3 hours a day and study the Bible. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It is still the hardest thing, yeah?
I discovered that the churches were the only people offering a fast track for the homeless to get off the street, as well as deal with their addictions. It was 2 weeks since I last saw Andy. He'd been in court and fined for breaching an order banning him from the city centre.
Now I've got to get myself back on my feet, like, somehow. And this is why I'm going to Access Point again on Monday, 2 o'clock. And they're going to let me know then when I'm going to go to rehab. So they're going to sort it out for me tonight, like, and take it from there. Which hopefully they will.
Many talk about quitting the booze, but few can really face what it takes. But then Andy gets the offer he's been waiting for.
Hello.
Hi, Andy, come on in.
How are you?
He's been accepted onto a 12-month rehab programme.
The first week will be hard, I see this now, it'll be hard.
Yeah, I know that, man. I mean, back on the pop again, hitting it a bit harder.
Yeah.
I have cut down, man.
Oh, yeah.
I have cut down.
Yeah, because you used to come in here, we didn't even know what you were talking about, to be honest with you.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Good effort, mate. Good effort.
If I don't do this,
you're going to be dead?
I'll be dead.
Basically, yeah?
Yeah, I will be dead.
That's the truth, mate.
And I'll die on the street.
Of course you will.
I will.
And like I said, I think you'll do well.
I will
I'm not just saying it, I think you'll be
I
well.
will do it.
I know you will.
For the next year, he'll have the support of a church-run rehab centre.
Good luck. You can do it. We'll be in contact.
Yeah,
Take
I will,
care.
yeah. I'll write. I will, all right? Take care. Thank you. They've saved my life. They have.
Martin and Paul finally get the chance to view the flat. For 2.5 weeks, they've gone from one night shelter to another, and have also become demoralised with having nowhere to go in the daytime. They meet the agent, and if they like what they see, they can move in immediately.
I'm not accepting this flat quick now. I like the colours.
Both your names need to be on the tenancy, so we need to put both of them on. And then you can keep one copy and I'll keep the other.
Paul's pride has been dented by having to ask for help, but now all that's behind him.
I'll be honest with you, this is ideal. It's got so much potential, and it really is something else. It's a lovely flat.
But 4 days later, after Paul and Martin moved in, I had a worrying message from Paul. I went to the flat and Martin had gone. Paul was in shock and in no fit state to talk. He'd been here all alone for the last 3 days. There was a smashed door, and Paul had a badly cut hand, so we took him to A&E. With Martin gone, I realised just how much Paul had depended on him.
1 minute, everything seemed to be going all right. Sharing a flat, found a friend, now isolated, you know what I mean? But, come on.
Later, I discovered more as to why Paul was in such a state of shock. Out of the blue, Martin was arrested, taken into custody, and charged with an assault on his ex-girlfriend. He got a 23-week jail sentence. At the access point, Paul's support worker has organised some extra help from another housing charity, the Cyrenians.
A big flat, you know, with nice and empty.
Finding it tough going up there by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was speaking to Serenians this morning. They're going to do a home visit with you at 9:45 on Monday. Okay. The other thing is they're going to send a letter out to confirm that, and it's a lady called Helen.
Right.
So it'll be Helen and another member of Serenians to do an assessment for you, okay? See where your housing needs are, right?
For the next 6 weeks, Paul will get specialist support. It's just a matter of hours now before Andy finally leaves for rehab.
Yes, I'm scared. But at the end of the day, I've got to do it. Take care, man.
This is his last opportunity to get off the streets.
I'm off to rehab. Take care, boys. I'm going to rehab tonight, Rotherham.
You, well done. Excellent job. Well done.
6 o'clock, man, all right?
Good boy. Right, all the best.
See my old man. Look after him for me, all right, bro? Thank you, man.
It's the City Temple who are taking him the 200 miles to a rehab unit in Rotherham. And it was their outreach worker who found him the place.
I've lost my voice.
I know, it's great.
Thanks. I love you.
This is the first day of the rest of your life, mate. Do you know?
The thing is, I'm a bit scared. I am. Because I don't know what to expect when I get there.
But at least at the unit he's going to, he's allowed to smoke.
What do you think it'll be like? Imagine maybe in a couple of weeks' time what might be your typical day. Any idea?
Getting up in the morning and feeling fresh. And no alcohol, just having a fag. And just doing what I do best. Being me.
The minibus is heading for a conference and they're going to drop Andy off along the way.
Good to see you.
I really can't wait, man. Honestly, I cannot wait.
For the first time in years, he'll have a room of his own.
Thank you very much.
Good luck, Andy.
Take care, man.
5 weeks later, he was baptised, and he's made a start coming off the booze.
Hello.
Anything like that?
Yeah, not so bad.
And Paul's tenancy support worker, Helen, is helping him find a place of his own.
That there was nobody moving upstairs.
It was a relief finally to see him getting his life back on track.
Have you put down the rest of your appointments now we got coming up, Paul?
Oh, my head is full of numbers and figures,
Right,
days
double
and days.
check now then, so we're both on the same page with our appointments. Dentist.
23rd or 4th. The dentist, 22nd. I got my appointment dates. Then I'm going to have to paint over quickly. Should I have a leave?
What about your doctors? When's the GP's appointment?
Oh, that's Monday. 3 o'clock Monday afternoon.
There we are.
Oh, here was
There we are. You just haven't done the one for today then. 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock? I thought it was
Yeah.
4 o'clock.
No.
You've been like my wife, man.
You've engaged
You've been like,
well,
you've
you
been,
know.
you've been like a wife. Man. You've been like...
I'd realised that for anyone who'd been long-term homeless, adapting to normal life again could be yet another struggle. Especially so for those who've spent years living on the streets.
We're not tramps. We just bums. I'm a tramp. And a bum. Exactly.
We'd come to the end of our second 3-month stint filming with Swansea's homeless. Compared to when we were here 15 months ago, there were now 75% more people seeking help from the housing charities.
All you need to find is a property that'll accept getting you. It's yours.
Right, they're not.
All right.
Nice one.
And now, changes to housing benefits are putting even more people in jeopardy of becoming homeless. But it was the struggle of homeless people surviving in one of the harshest winters that affected us the most. This time, walking away from their desperate plight was even harder to bear.